Hi, everybody. So I'm so happy. Finally, after a half a year, my client's back and she's back for some gorgeous new nails. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply some cuticle tissue softener and I will use my curette to take off her cuticle tissues. Yeah, it's just a very gentle way of removing somebody's cuticle tissue. Her nails last a lot better when I remove it manually than when I use my e-file. So, it just depends on which client I've got on how I remove the cuticle tissue. On myself, I always do it manually too, and with her, always manually. And her nails last up to 8 weeks if she doesn't come back for an infill. So, it doesn't matter in the long run. So yeah, it's a little bit time consuming doing it manually, but in the end, it's all about the end results. And I just try to adjust my service to each client and see what works best for them. Some wear acrylic, some wear acrylic gel, some I use my e-file on, some I do it manually. It just all depends. It just depends how your client wears her nails, and whatever. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm taking off quite a bit. It can grow all the way up to half of her nail, or yeah. Yeah, you really need to remove everything. If you don't, it will cause a lot of lifting. But yeah, see, it's all that cuticle tissue, and normally you won't see that because you're using your file or your e-file. Yeah, and remember, it's not dirty. It's just dead skin. It's not dirty. Or yeah, so you know. Next, it's time to clean off her nail plate real well. Just really scrub it and get it all nice and clean and dehydrated. And after you've done that, you're good to go ahead with your products. So next I'm gonna go in with my rubber base clear. I'm just gonna apply a thin layer on all of her nails. And then we are going to fit some nail forms to get her some nice long nails, because these nails are just way too short for her. So I'm just gonna cut these forms to size, make sure that the nail form is slimmer than her own nail. Because if you make the nail form just as wide as her own nail, you will get a very wide nail, and that wouldn't look good at all. So better not do that. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Builder Gel Clear and create a nice glass nail extension. So now I'm going to carefully remove the nail form. Just have to be really careful not to take off your newly created free edge. So just be careful with that. Taking off the nail form really helps me see the nail shape better, see how thick it is and everything. So it just makes my work a little bit easier later on. So after I've removed every single nail form from each finger, it's time to decide what I'm going to do. Finally, so I've got this nail foil and it's really pretty, but I never really use it because I keep forgetting that I have it. So I'm just going to cut off a little piece and I'm going to use it on one hand because my client decided that she wants 2 different designs, which I think is just awesome. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a wipe and just wipe it off just to make sure that it really sticks. Sometimes, I don't know, if I don't wipe it, it won't always stick as good. So I haven't removed the tacky layer or anything, you know, the inhibition layer, so I'm just gonna press it on and yeah, see from there. But as you can see, I already really love it. It looks just so gorgeous. All those different colors, so pretty. And now it's time to go ahead and create a extended nail bed on her right hand. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a Frenchie, which is always a very pretty. And yeah, I've gotten to the point that I know which glitters that I'm going to use, but that's about it. I've got a million ideas. Let's see which one I can do. And on this hand, I'm going to create a ombre. So I'm just going to place a little bead. I'm just going to fade it out. So I'm just going to do the same thing on all of her nails on this hand. And I'm probably going to add some glitter or something, you know, just because I don't think that the foil is enough, but we'll see later on. Next, just in with a second bead to create a nice high wall. For my French, you know, I need something to file against and to place my glitters in. So, you know, a nice high wall so I can create a nice tight smile line, basically. Next, I'm going to get some nail art glue onto this backing paper. I'm going to add some bling, and I'm not really sure how it's going to look, so it's a bit of an experiment. I'm hoping it'll work out, but we'll see. So I've got these caviar beads with some diamonds. Well, not actual diamonds, of course, but they're diamond shaped and they're translucent. So I'm just gonna get them in. I made a complete mess, but you all know that's me. So I'm just gonna get that into the nail art glue, and I'm really hoping. Did I say nail art glue? Yeah, I did, but it's builder gel, of course. I don't know why I said nail art glue. It's builder gel. So I'm just gonna get it inside the builder gel, and hopefully it will look really nice on top of the foil, but I'm not really sure. I've never used this inside a nail before, only on top. So let's see, I'm just gonna scoop some up and let's place it onto the nail. And as you can see it, but it's just a tiny bit of color difference that it creates. Not a lot. It's not what I hoped for. So I'm just gonna add a little bit and see if that works. But yeah, well, I'm just gonna apply it on all of our fingers, but it's not really the effect I was hoping for. It kind of fades away inside the builder gel. So, it's a shame, but you can see just a slight color difference, but not a lot. Well, I do have to say, looking at it on camera, I can see it a lot better than in real life. In real life, it really fades away against the background of the foil. But on camera, I can see it a lot better. I don't know if it's just a minimum of difference once I encapsulate the whole thing. Yeah, we'll just go. We'll just go with it and we'll see. So let's see how that looks once I encapsulate it with my builder gel. Yeah, in real life, I didn't see that much of a difference, which was really a shame. But looking at it on camera right now, you can see it just a little bit. But obviously, I was hoping for more, but it is what it is. So I'm going all over the place, but once the other hand is curing, I'm working on her other hand. So, that way it will save me a lot of time instead of just waiting on one hand and then starting on the other hand. So while the other hand is curing, I'm going to file her smile line in shape. There's not much filing going on, but just to make it extra crisp, just get a nice tight wall for my French. And next I'm just going to carefully file her free edge, because now it's nice and thin, so it's easy to file once I've got all that product on, and my free edge is just way too bulky. It's just a lot more filing, so I'm just going to save myself a little bit of time and thin it out already. So that's nice and tight. Let's get rid of all that dust underneath and in between those crevices. Just get it all out. Don't want any dust inside my French. When I get rid of that, let's grab my paint gel black. And I'm only going to get it onto the wall. So I don't want it on my free edge. I just want it on that wall. Just create a, like a blocking effect for my French. All right, let's add some glitter. So again, in with my builder gel onto a backing paper from the nail forum, and in with some lovely pink glitter. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to get, I took way too much probably, as always, but it's fine. So I'm just going to get that in there real good. Make sure there's enough glitter. I don't really want any open spaces with glitter. I just want it really packed. So I'm just going to create a nice fading. I don't want it all covered in glitters because I've got another thing that I really want to add to this nail later on, and if I cover it completely in glitter you won't be able to see it, so that would be a shame to do. So that's cured. Next I'm going to go in with my builder gel clear and encapsulate the whole thing. Yes, time to do some filing and shaping. Starting with the free edge, I'm just gonna do its random shape. Make sure the lower arches are nice and straight. And yeah, I'm gonna do the refining later on after I've used my e-file and took off the bulk. So I'm just removing the bulk with my e-file, and it saves me a lot of time and is a lot better for my neck and shoulders and my hands. But once that's done, I'm gonna do the final shaping with my hand file because these are longer nails and you won't get it as crisp if you do it just only using your e-file. And even with the smaller nails, I will always do the final shaping with my hand file. So next I'm gonna go in with my Top Gel No Cleanse. I'm gonna use it on top. Just look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? And it really doesn't need a lot more than this. I'm not done yet. It needs something, but you could go with just this look and it would be just gorgeous. And of course, you could use any other color than black. You could use white against the smile line. You could choose another pink, you know, whatever, but I like the black or white because it really makes a French pop. And also on this nail too, let's apply some top coat. And of course, this one isn't done yet either, but yeah, it looks really, really pretty. I'm a little bit bummed that the like the caviar beads and the bling, you don't really see it. You know, it's there. You can see tiny shimmers, but it's not really there. So yeah, but you know, it's still a gorgeous nail. So who cares? So next, I am gonna go in with my nail art glue. I just need a little bit, and I need my dish soap. So you need to just experiment a little bit with how much soap and how much water you need. Yeah, but that's about it. It's just dish soap. And let's get just a very thin layer inside the nail. Just put it on there. Be sure not to touch the skin, obviously. Be really careful. And once I've got that, I'm just going to use the bubbles from soap and get it inside the nail. I want little bubbles, not big bubbles, just small bubbles. I'm just going to do the same thing on the rest of her nails. Um, yeah, just get a thin layer in again and use the bubbles. It will look amazing. Next, I am gonna go in with my paint gel white. And at this point, I'm not quite sure what kind of design I want to create. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and make some swirls. But once I've got them on, I quickly decide that is definitely not the look I was going for. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it off again. So once again, back in with my paint gel white, and I'm just gonna do some leaves. Just keep it, you know, classy. Nothing much because the background is just gorgeous as it is. I don't want to mess it up with too much painting going on. So I'm just gonna create some tiny leaves, and I think that just looks really pretty. So everything's done and my client has washed her hands. Next, it's time to apply some cuticle oil, and applying it underneath and then rubbing the excess over your cuticles is the best way to go. And this is the finished look. I think they are gorgeous. I really like the French with the bubbles underneath. And I absolutely love the other glass nails with the white leaves. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. And look at this close up. It's just so pretty. So I really hope you've liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. And I wish you all a very good day. Goodbye.